What's up guys, I'm Suman from Phonestein, and this here is the Moto G4, not the G4 Plus but rather the G4, and this is still considered to be one of the best budget smartphones. And I've been using this smartphone for say around like 5.5 to 6 months, and this is my thoughts of the Moto G4 after using it for say a couple of months. Without wasting any time, let's get right into it. Now I will be mainly concentrating on only very few things, so I won't go into detail about the technical stuff like what processor, RAM, but how this smartphone will perform like over a long period of time. So I'll be concentrating on the build, like how comfortable it is, or how well it has withstood any falls or something like that. And then we'll be talking about the performance, has it degraded or has it improved, and then we'll talk about the camera, again same degradation or any improvement, then battery life and the support from Motorola themselves, and at last it will be my verdict. So without wasting any time, let's start. Now talking about the build of the smartphone. This is initially a huge phone. Yes, this is a 5.5 inch phone, and here is another example of a 5.5 inch phone, but I have never felt uncomfortable using the OnePlus 3, but the textured back really compensates for the huge build. I mean, it's not too grippy, but definitely helps with the grip when you're holding the smartphone without any case. And this smartphone has definitely fallen down and taken a few hits, but that was just from a normal height, like say maybe 3 feet, that is a normal height, and it has not suffered anything. But overall the build is definitely good, but I don't prefer the wider screen size. That is kind of uncomfortable. But overall, if you want me to rate the build for the Moto G4, I can give this say a 7.5 or something like that, because this sucker here is not a metal build. But anyway, good build, and let's move on to the next one. Now, as you know, this smartphone is powered by the best mid-range Qualcomm Snapdragon chipsets. Yes, this has the Qualcomm Snapdragon 617, if I'm not wrong, 3 gigs of RAM and Adreno 405 GPU. It is powerful considering this is a budget smartphone, and as per the performance, I have not seen any sort of degradation so far. Apps run without any flaws, like there's no stutter when you move from one app to the other, that is multitasking of course. And even while watching all these full HD or I'll say even 2K videos play really well on this smartphone. And this is running on a newer version of stock Android, which is again based on Android Marshmallow. And yes, a Nougat update is coming soon, but let's not talk about that now. With a near stock Android experience, this smartphone just flies through whatever you throw at it. But remember one thing, when you are playing like heavy games, literally heavy games like Nova 5 or some game like that, this smartphone might sometimes drop frames, and that is, I don't know why that is happening, but as of now there's no update I've received. But maybe after an OTA update this could improve, maybe Android 7 this can improve. But if you're not experiencing that, definitely let me know and I'll just check out what is wrong with this. But anyways, overall the performance is snappy. Overall, as for the performance, I have not particularly seen any sort of degradation, and that is a huge plus when it comes to using a smartphone. And not everyone changes a smartphone like yearly ones or 6 month ones. I mean, people use it for literally 2 to 3 or 4 years. I've seen many people using the smartphones, and this smartphone will definitely withstand say at least for 2 to 3 years without any issues, and that is my guarantee to you. Now talking about the camera. This sucker here is a 16 megapixel camera, and it has a aperture size of 2.0, which is good. But this camera, even though it is 13 megapixel with a good aperture size, a decent sensor, the pictures don't turn out to be as expected. Don't get me wrong, the pictures are good, but not as expected. The pictures turn out to be, yes, really detailed, but there's one downside, and that is the exposure. Yes, I mean, most of the times the exposure is set perfectly. I mean, and you can also manually set it, but if you're not a manual person, this exposure sometimes gets too low or sometimes gets too high, and that might spoil the perfect moment for you. But that is not an issue as of now, because yes, Motorola will definitely send some updates to fix that. And talking about the front facing camera, it is good, but to my liking, it is a bit on the softer side. I mean, it is not as detailed as your high-end smartphones, but kind of on the softer sides. But it will definitely do the job for your Instagram post or FB post without any problem. But make sure you don't put on too much filters, because loss of detail is really noticeable when you do all this kind of crazy stuff. The photos in dark, I mean taken under dark situations, turn out to be crap. So don't expect to use this smartphone while going to your club sessions or doing anything under the dark. Make sure you use the flash. Even for video, that is applicable. And again, talking about video, this smartphone is definitely capable of taking really good video. If you're a first time YouTuber, you can definitely use this camera maybe as your primary camera or your secondary camera for secondary shots like this or something like that. Overall, the smartphone camera is definitely decent, and I can give this say a 7 or 7.5 out of 10, and that is pretty good. Now, the Moto G 4th generation has a 3000 mAh battery. Now, with the amazing software experience and optimization of Marshmallow without any useless bloatware or any skin on top of that for matter, this smartphone definitely will stay for a day or day and a half. If you are a really light user, like all you do is just look at your social media or look at news at times, this will definitely last you for a day and a half without any issues. And if you're a mediocre person, this can definitely last you for say the whole day, yes, 24 hours. And again, if you are a hardcore smartphone user who plays like really high-end games and listens to music, surf the internet only through your smartphone, this can easily last you like a whole working day. Consider you're going to your job or college, school, whatever you're doing. The battery, even though it is small in size, it will last you. If you're a person who wants really good battery life with really good software, I think this smartphone will definitely do the job. Now, what's my verdict? The Moto G4 is definitely the smartphone for you. This is under 13,000, and yes, this is one of the best smartphone with a really good software experience, which doesn't degrade over time but will only rather improve. It has a decent camera, it has great battery life. The Moto G4 is, come on, one of the best budget smartphones as of now. If you want a really good experience with a clean UI, this runs on near stock Android with good support from the manufacturer, which is definitely there. A good camera, which is again a great battery life. I think the Moto G4 is the smartphone for you. Please make sure you are subscribed, and thank you for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, definitely subscribe, because that will definitely help me a lot. And this is Suman signing off once again. Catch you later.